Yo, what's up, it's PikaKid8 here, and today I should be playing 60 Seconds Reatomized. Now, the thing is, I did in fact record this before, and I spent about 40 minutes on it, but for some fucking reason, OBS decided it didn't want to record it, which I thought would have been fucking fixed by using a better PC. But apparently, that wasn't fucking fixed at all. Oh hey, I actually have a medkit this time. You won't see you won't see the previous video because obviously it literally but I had like the Scout's handbook, I think I had the briefcase, and I had no medkit. Also yes, I am in fact sweating like a fucking pig. I probably shouldn't have eaten curry. And yes, I am playing with a controller because go fuck yourself. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can survive for at least maybe 5 days without water and 9 days without food. I believe, or was it 3 days without water and 5 days without food? We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we think life could be much better. In a way, not much has changed. Not that much has changed. Also, yeah, seizure warning probably. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that waits us. Ted is not complaining today, at least not very much. Timmy's on his best behaviour. How long will it last? Mary Jane seems fine today, hopefully it will stay that way. Life is hard for all of us right now. Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions can result in radiation sickness. Right. We've always wanted to throw a party with huge cake for some reason. It never worked. It never worked. One time we were promised a great cake and it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We're definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. Portal reference. The cake was a lie. You get it? Kill yourself. What's with the radiation sounds? Seriously. Unless that just means it's irradiated outside. I think that's probably what it means. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. How about getting Timmy something to drink? He's not looking well. I'm pretty sure it's 3 days for water and 5 days for food, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wasting water though. Mary Jane insists she doesn't feel complete without her musical instrument. If she hit it well, maybe her tuba is still safe somewhere in the ruins of our house. A reminder of her hobbies and what life used to be might cheer her up a bit and make the situation easier for her. Should we let her out for a quick... Okay, so I'm going to say no. It'll make Mary Jane feel bad, but if it's still irradiated outside, then she's gonna get sick, so no. Well, at least Mary Jane's fine. Also, yeah, Mary Jane, risking your life for a tuba, madness. If it was a guitar, or at least a trumpet, but a tuba, playing the tuba wouldn't put soup on the table. Mary Jane isn't happy, but she needs to realize how pointless this idea was. Yeah, still strong. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I had a fucking handbook before, and now I don't. God damn it. That was a cockroach, right? Yep, that was a cockroach. Yuck, a mutant cockroach. Oh my, that thing is huge. And there goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel all dirty. Still radioactive. We're about to go to sleep when we heard someone knocking on the door. Who could it be at this hour? Who could... This part of the West End. I swear if I'm going to die immediately, I'm going to be so pissed off. It was raiders. We're dead. Oh, fuck. A group of travellers wearing gas masks and carrying some serious looking equipment gave us purified water. Before we could thank them, they turned away and left. Opening that hatch was a bit risky. It seems it gave us some awful sickness. That coughing is driving us crazy. Ted is really... Shit. Okay, that was my fault. Yeah, sure, use the rifle and fucking destroy it. Well, the roaches are gone. Good. We have defeated... Wait. Oh, thank fuck. We have defeated the insidious roaches and driven them away. Their nests are ours. That should teach them a lesson. Timmy should eat something. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. I'm not very good at this game. Looks like the area is still radiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe. It's hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's day or night. Our sleeping patterns. I can't do anything because I don't have whatever that was. Mary Jane's definitely gone insane. Mary Jane's gone insane. Kill me. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were. And there are other problems we need to face soon. Let's just keep... Play a game, they said. It would be fun, they said. They never mentioned picking one would be so much trouble. The didn't say that Mary Jane went insane, did it? Oh, yeah, now she's gone insane. We thought playing the silent game would be a good idea. The silence was too annoying and we quickly stopped. Ted is still tired. A few days of rest is what he needs. Mary Jane isn't mentally stable. She seems to have lost the ability to reason normally. Mary Jane is rested. Still highly radioactive. God fucking damn it. Ugh. Difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We hope this whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in a place much worse than this cozy shelter. Yeah, like a grave. That's like that fucking sound effect. You know the one that you play on streamers, where it's like, oh, is someone at my door? It's me, I'm here for your pancreas. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. No sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try to bring some cheerfulness into our lives. Ted should drink something soon. Ted is hungry. I don't think they need it yet. Water? Still irradiated. A group of doctors knocked on our door today, requesting some supplies that could prove helpful from their first aid kits. We didn't doubt they were the real deal for a second. They did have lab coats and everything. Should we help them? Sure. Another knock on the door. What the hell? A bottle of relatively clean water is the closest we'll ever get to hydrogen peroxide. The guests were grateful anyway. Ted is hungry. Ted's rested. Mary Jane isn't completely sane. Oh, Mary Jane keeps fainting. She needs to drink some water. Okay then. Timmy is very hungry. Okay then. Timmy will get some soup. I don't have cards! And Mary Jane is still merry, insane, whatever. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set to the kids? We need supplies, but we're not getting them like that. We'd sooner rob someone. We sent that man away. Good riddance. Is there anyone who can rescue us from this? I still don't have anything that I need. And now there's a phone. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcast that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane. Ted is hungry, Ted needs water to survive. Mary Jane still can't handle her own thoughts. She's also bothered by recurring nightmares. Well, Timmy's gonna probably get sick because I don't have a gas mask. Timmy's gonna come back sick, isn't he? No, Timmy's fine. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they will get back to us. Mary Jane is mentally stable. She seems to have lost the ability to reason normally. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Okay, so Mary Jane needs a drink. Come on, is the area still irradiated? Please, I need it. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door and were greeted by two men dressed like they'd come from a medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding two rocks and hitting them against each other constantly, while the other was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they're looking for some antique cup, but they got lost and they would be most grateful if we could check them out. I don't have a map. By the way, is that a Monty Python reference? We couldn't contain our laughter and our guests took offense. They ran off shouting that our ancestors were rodents and smell like forest fruits. How rude. Definitely a Monty Python reference, yeah. Still irradiated, fucking hell. I don't have anything! Mary Jane is too old for birthdays, that's what we think. And I'm almost out of water and I'm gonna die. Please say the area isn't. It's still irradiated. I think it is day 20. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were a sorry sight and we weren't surprised when they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything we could, water, food or medical supplies. Sure, whatever. Please give me something good. The area is still irradiated, come on. I got a radio! Our visitors were in tears when we gave them what they asked for. We survived the nuclear apocalypse only to be nearly strangled by thankful refugees. Hugs can kill, you know. Luckily for us, they decided to continue their journey to get somewhere safe before the sunset. As they were about to leave, one of them presented us with a portable radio. They would not take no for an answer and soon left, waving goodbye until they disappeared amongst the rubble. Okay, so Ted and Mary Jane need a drink. Oh, Mary Jane's no longer crazy. Good. Yesterday, during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism. I fucking hate that word. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. That's a real word, by the way. And it has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. Yeah, sure. If it'll keep you sane. Oh, wait. Dolores does not mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course, and ending on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved today. +1 med kit. This is madness. Apparently Mary Jane is so bothered by her nightmares, she refuses to even close her eyes. Wait, I thought she was fine now. She refuses to even close her eyes for fear of seeing the monstrosities that are troubling her. In a desperate attempt to break free from them, Mary Jane decided to swallow the batteries from her flashlight. According to her, it was supposed to give her enough energy to stay awake for at least a week. Although we find her idea highly unlikely to succeed, she seems very lively today. She's sitting up straight and staring at us with her eyes wide open. However, she does keep muttering something about humanoid mutants inside the shelter. She's not doing very well, -1 flashlight. Mary Jane needs food. But now we need water. Timmy's been sitting there, just staring into space. Is something wrong? Maybe it would be good to have a little chat with him. Well, yeah, why would you choose no to that? Unless he's going to break something. Even a word or two might be enough to brighten up someone's mood. Timmy seems to be better now. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy for anything. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Ted is hungry. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores has to drink something. Yes, use the radio. Anything good? We're able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news, the fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. We can keep sitting our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting... Oh, if you use the right stick, you can hover right over. Okay then, that's good. Or we can think about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. Sure. We made contact. The military's out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Yeah, sure. Just take everything. Go on. Go on. Get lost. And Timmy left and Dolores is dead. Shit! Ted left for the surface, we'll be back soon. Mary Jane keeps fainting, we really need to get something to drink fast. Mary Jane is starving, Mary Jane is still tired. Lack of water drove Timmy insane, he opened the shelter door and ran away. Looking back, he's not likely to return. If only I had a few drops of water. Dolores died of dehydration last night. I literally have nothing. Well, Ted's back. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, skip a few here. Our grandparents told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Ted has safely returned from his voyage. Okay, during our expedition we stumbled upon the ruins of a familiar building, a local bank. Oh, we got food and water! Wow! Dang it, really like that suitcase. So much for a rifle that got damaged during the expedition. I think that means I literally can't actually send Ted out, otherwise as soon as you get back it'll be like you were kicked out. And there's a knocking on the door. Who is it? Hey, stop! If we jumped eagerly at every opportunity to help someone, we wouldn't have time to eat, sleep, or gather supplies for ourselves. These people won't get help from us tonight. A group of people dressed in green pajamas knocking on our hatch is not something that we anticipated yet. That's exactly what happened. Furthermore, they insisted they are merry men who wish to take from the rich and give to the poor. Robin Hood. We're pretty poor, so maybe we can make some new friends. Should we let them in? I'm gonna die. So we had one of those weird people over and they were more than kind. They gave us a first aid kit and we spent a lovely afternoon together dancing and singing, and then they left. We stumbled upon the remains of a abandoned shanty town. Someone or something tore it down lately. Incidentally, amidst the rubble we found a cat licking its paws nonchalantly, surrounded by blood. Back, cat followed. Yeah, sure, Shorokov. I actually had Shorokov last time, but last time it was from, I believe it was someone who asked for food and they gave us, like it was a traveling merchant and they came with a bag and we gave him food and he gave us the cat. Although at that point everyone was still alive. When we opened the hatch, the cat jumped in and marched around the whole shelter sniffing all of us. Ah yes, all of us. Empty soup cans, a piece of furniture. It picked a quiet place to sat down. No, they offered What are we gonna do? No. Desperate attempts to sell us all kinds of things, useless and not. We turned down the man's offer. It's probably for the better. He did look quite untrustworthy. Sometimes a sudden urge to play an instrument takes over us, to create beautiful sounds to be shared with the world around us, to sing and play, and to have cute, mutated animals come to our feet to listen like a post-apocalyptic Snow White, shall we? Sure. And there's a cockroach. There's cockroaches. Be careful what you wish for. After a few minutes of playing, a small group of mutant cockroaches. Mutated cockroaches jumped out of the cracks in our walls and started moving to the rhythm of the song. They ran around in circles, shook their little antennae. It would be adorable if they weren't so disgusting. What are we supposed to do with them now? I hate everything. Showercup is still a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, just today we noticed something else on its collar. It seems to be a metal plate with an address on it, and it's not that far. Should we take a quick trip to see? Yeah, sure. If anyone could translate that Morse code, that'd be nice. Before we reached the end of our street, we were stopped by two men wearing dark coats and stylish hats. They rushed towards the cat to pick him up. They say they've been looking for him for a while now. Supposedly Showercup belongs to an old lady who's rather fond of it and misses the little guy dearly. We shrugged and went back to our shelter. The cat didn't seem to care, so why should we? Good thing we didn't get too attached to it the last few days. Oh, we are fucked. We have no torch. Signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Especially in this economy, especially after it was wiped out. Ted is hungry. Ted still hasn't recovered his energy. Come on. How am I still alive? We were able to tune in and get rid of just enough static to listen to a very energetic and lively speaker. He seemed well informed and mentioned a few helpful tips that should make it easier for us to survive the next expedition. The foggy roaches haven't left us yet. To be fair, they aren't causing that much trouble. They even seem relatively friendly and curious. Just this morning when we opened our eyes, we saw them standing in a perfect line right in front of us, as if they're waiting for something. A harmonica, sure. Disco roach. If you can't beat them, join them. We figured the roaches are craving more of our music, so we fulfilled their unspoken request. They started joyfully prancing around again, creating fun shapes on the floor. Then all of a sudden, they all left in one line. We thought the show was over, but they soon came back in a group, carrying supplies on their strong mutated backs. Insane, looks like we made some new friends. Disgusting mutated radioactive friends. To our surprise, we found Showercup back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind heart's optimism, or just our stockpile of soup cans? Only time will tell. So I made friends with the cockroaches. Yeah, okay, sure. Is this where I get a game over? No, I didn't. Oh, wait. Hey, I'm still alive. Somehow! Did I get anything good? Oh, I got a shit ton of food and water. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. Who are you going to call when the world is on fire? The fire department. We were thrilled to find out the place is still running. Firefighters redecorated the place and redid their outfits. Most of the walls were messily painted in black and red, and the fireman helmets now have a grim skull symbol on them. We never thought our local firefighters had such artistic souls. So alternative. Near the garage we found a few firefighters shooting some giant mutant cockroaches with a fire hose. We joined in on the fun and managed to fill some bottles with water in the process. Although initially friendly, the firefighters became a bit anxious after a while. They handed us a can of bug spray and asked us not to tell anyone about what we saw here. We're not sure why. Maybe they're too humble and don't want people to come and shower them with gifts. We window shopped nearby parking lots for a vehicle that wasn't completely burnt out. Unfortunately, we found nothing of value. Maybe future expeditions will be more lucky. We're either going crazy or the entire shelter is crawling with little insects, or worse, it's worse, they're spiders. And not miniature ones either, okay then. Bug spray. If there's one thing that can drive spiders away and stop us climbing up the furniture, it's the bug killing spray. That was the right time to unleash this deadly weapon and the results were excellent. We eradicated 404 of the little bastards. We even found a water bottle stashed in the corner. It was a good day. 404. Curiosity almost killed the cat. Showercup found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it out. Plaster and debris fell onto our table, topped off with a big meowing fur ball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might be angry if we take away the wire, so maybe it's best to leave it be, or maybe we should examine that wire. Yes, examine the wire. We followed the wire outside and found a half burned out truck with two surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us in our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Even Timmy knows can't have picnics here. Ah yes, Timmy. And the car had no wheels. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings. The agents who are spying on us and out the door, they want to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Yes. They're gonna kill me, aren't they? They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they're on a top secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their super top secret government safe house if we help them with some of their top secret missions. They assured us that they'd contact us again with more details. What? When emptying our bucket in front of our shelter, we discovered a hastily drawn map. Yeah, sure. Lucky find, we were afraid the map was a trap, leading us straight into a camp full of bandits. But it turned out to be true. At the end of the path, we found some supplies that might be helpful to us. I need to find some way to fucking fix the torch. I'll get a new one. Fair exchange. Oh, it's an achievement. I fucking hate the achievement progress ones. Don't fucking give me an achievement pop-up if it's just for progress. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in with our next top secret mission that will surely lead us in the VIP bunker very soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down. Okay then. We graciously agreed to fill our request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised to be back soon with more information. That recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs. All of them were armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seem to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are actually worth it. You would expect the post-apocalypse to be a time of peace and quiet, since, you know, most of the people aren't around anymore. Yet here we have someone at the door. When we opened it, we encountered a strange-looking man in a blue jumpsuit who asked us to trade in for a water chip. A water chip? What in the hell is that? Oh, I got a gas mask. We explained politely that we didn't have a water chip, but we were happy to share some water with the man. The man was visibly disappointed but thanked us for the water and even left us with his gas mask. Odd. Our last expedition brought news of a vehicle parked just down the street. It sure looked unique, but we never got close enough to get a good look. We're almost certain it's not a bandit trap, perhaps we should send someone over. A shocking discovery, it was a rusty tank. It was a little crispy around the edges, and it was also missing wheels and some other crucial parts, but the seats were fairly comfortable. Wouldn't it be amazing to just drive away and leave this radioactive hell behind us? Okay then. What we initially thought was thunder turned out to be a heavy knocking on the door. Someone either hates that door or is determined to have someone answer it. Should we open the door? Am I gonna die? Is it gonna be bandits? Raiders? Men in Black, the end. Oh, did I fuck up and die? We were taken out of our home in the dark of night and hastily transported to what the agents called a peaceful bunker. It's amazing. Sure, the walls are a similar shade of grey, but now we have a whopping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper supply is nothing to sneeze at either. All in all, it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth all the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit, relax, and let somebody else empty the bucket for a change. You survived, maybe. So it's considered a semi-good ending, but I actually survived, even though everyone else was gone. And I really fucking hope this video recorded properly, because I'm going to be so pissed off, because this was even longer than the previous recording. So anyway, I've been your host, PKK98. It's been 60 seconds Reatomized, and you've all been fantastic. So until the next video, I say bye-bye.